Welcome everyone to Nikki Loves the Books. Nikki here, and today we do have our next OwlCrate to unbox. So this is the OwlCrate Young Adult box for February. So this was last month's box that was delayed. I wasn't necessarily planning on doing another unboxing video today at all. I did not even know that this box was coming. I didn't get any indication from OwlCrate, but that happens sometimes. So totally okay. I'm super grateful to be doing something fun. I did have Kirby's follow-up appointment this morning. We're still not sure entirely what's going on. So he does have diabetes, but now his liver function is declining. So not great news. We're gonna have to do more testing, and it's lovely when my vet's just like, so it's gonna cost another grand. Is that okay? And I'm like, what kind of question is that? Like, yeah, that's a lot of money, and especially on someone on my income, but my babies are my babies. And, you know, my ex abandoned me and them. I'm going to do everything I can to take care of them. So I just love the phrasing, like is it okay? Like, if I said no, what are my options? Like, of course, I'm going to do whatever I can. So with that being said, I'm happy to be here with y'all and doing an unboxing. So let's get into it. So this box was hefty. One, had a little bit of weight when I picked it up, and two, there is no stuffing inside. Like, it is filled to the brim with items. I'm so excited to look at all of these. But of course, before we get there, we need to talk about the theme for the month. So our theme for our February 2026 Young Adult OwlCrate box is Let the Games Begin. A little nervous just because I'm not a huge fan of like circus and theater settings. However, and those who watch me know there's always a however with me, right? Like, it's never black and white. There's a lot of shades of rainbow in between that. And so my however is that, of course, I've had exceptions. Caravel was definitely one of them, but there's been a few other books here and there that maybe I didn't love as much as I loved Caravel, but I still enjoyed them. So generally, I don't like carnival theater kind of settings, but there's always exceptions. A little sneak peek about our book. Set in a lush world ruled by godlike beings, our main character is cursed as a child by one of them, and the curse is slowly killing her. When she learns of a contest where the prize is immortality, she infiltrates the competition, determined to break her curse at any cost. Don't blame her. There she encounters the troupe's enigmatic leader and strikes a perilous bargain. But the more she delves in the secrets of the troupe, the more she realizes that her curse is only just the beginning. That's kind of piqued my interest. It seems like it's more than just your regular run-of-the-mill theater / carnival experience. But, of course, before the book, it's the items. This item we have is just folded up like this. I don't know what it is, and we're going to unravel it. I seriously don't know what this is. Okay, I understand it now. So here's the top. It is an apron, and it's actually kind of cute. I don't know how I ever felt about aprons before. I don't usually wear them. I will say the material's not all that great. Like, the material feels kind of scratchy, but of course you're going to be wearing clothes underneath, so hopefully it doesn't irritate you. Not crazy about that. This is a different type of material. It feels really soft, and I feel like that's where you might like brush your hands off. Again, I've never worn an apron, so I don't know how it works. I kind of figure you wear it and it covers you and hopefully protects your clothes. I'm an absolute disaster in the kitchen, by the way. Not saying that like I can't cook. I can. I'm a disaster in the sense of I make a huge mess. I don't even know how I do it. It's my specialty. Just mess where there shouldn't be one. So who knows, this might actually really help me. The Night Circus apron. Make your way to the Night Circus right inside your own kitchen. Craft your magical treats in style and keep clean and tidy while wearing this apron made with love by lichen and limestone. We'll see if using an apron magically makes things cleaner. I don't know if it will. Chef it up for you and your loved ones with our gorgeous apron. This apron features a pattern inspired by the Night Circus, which I have not read yet. To be fair, it's on my shelves. I just haven't gone around to reading it because I have a bazillion books to read and I need to catch up on my books from my book boxes. And before I forget, it does have a quote on it that says, "The finest of pleasures are always the unexpected ones." Yeah, that's a true quote. Like, for example, my lovely boyfriend who's been paying for all my books lately just kind of fell into my lap. Like, I was not planning on dating. I was not looking for anything. I was just looking for friends, and then friendship turned into something more. So it was unexpected. It's an absolute pleasure. It's been wonderful. So the quote is very true. Next up is our item that I believe was giving the box the most weight, and that is our book pot. So it says the Phantom of the Opera book pot. Have I read Phantom of the Opera? No, but I've seen the movie 1,000 times. I love that movie. I always wish I got to see the Phantom of the Opera like live on stage. Never gotten the chance to. Will probably never be able to get a chance to with my disorder now, but who the heck knows? Maybe I'll be rich enough one day that I'll have a private showing where I can control the temperature of the whole auditorium and not have a bunch of people around me to create more heat. Transport yourself into the world of the Phantom of the Opera with this haunting book pot. Perfect for keeping you organized in your bookshelf or desk. Beautiful. In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came, in the form of a book pot. This item is perfect for keeping you organized and makes for a beautiful accessory for your desk or bookshelf. So here we have the front, which says the Phantom of the Opera, and the spine, just like it's a book. That's one of the things I love about these book pots, is they literally look like books. And it says on the back, let your soul take you where you long to be. And so sorry that you guys all had to put up with my singing for a second. I am severely tone deaf. I'm sorry. I should probably never sing in one of my videos ever again. I promise I won't do it. I say this, but of course, if the opportunity presents itself again, will I remember that I promised never to sing to you guys again? I don't know. Hopefully I didn't do any damage to you guys and your ears aren't bleeding from my singing. So I can promise this. I will not sing for the rest of this video. Next up, we have this bag that says OwlCrate Bookish Tarot. Okay, so I'm kind of disappointed in this item. Why? Because I was hoping that they were going to do an actual tarot cards. And obviously I understand that doing the whole deck in one box is not doable. It'd be super expensive. But I was hoping that maybe this was like the start of an actual tarot deck, like maybe to get like 3 to 5 cards at a time. And maybe every other box or every third box would have, you know, the next couple cards and stuff like that. It'd be such a cool item. I would love a tarot deck inspired by books. But anyway, so I had an idea of what they were talking about. They were like tarot cards. And so I was like, oh, is this going to be a tarot deck that we're going to get a few cards? It's not. They should have just called this coloring cards. Like, give me something so I understand better what your item is instead of you getting my hopes up and I think it's something and then you just dash it down, because that's what they did. So are these cards cool? Yes. And they're very beautiful art. I wish we were actually getting a tarot card deck with this artist. It's Sayeri art and it's fantastic. Here is our first card and it says main character, very beautifully done. Our second card is the librarian and our last card is enemies to lovers. These are stunning gold foiled cards that are very pretty, but they're not actual tarot cards. These are just cards that are for coloring that are inspired by tarot cards, and they obviously have, you know, book inspiration. Exploring your divine side of reading with our tarot cards with bookish themes fit for any kind of reader. Made of artwork without color, these are perfect as an added creative activity. So yes, these are going to be fun to color if you so choose. I definitely will. I just got disappointed because I thought we were actually going to be getting tarot cards. And that set of cards goes with our next item, which is Fantasy Artist Markers, featuring quotes from The Night Circus, The Hunger Games, The Scorpio Races, A Deadly Education, and The Prison Healer. So I have not read The Night Circus. We already covered that. Own it. Have not read it. Hunger Games. I've read that. A Deadly Education. Talked about that actually yesterday. I have not read it and don't know if it would be a good fit for me. The Scorpio Races I'm not even familiar with, and I still haven't read anything from the author. So this is the same author that wrote The Raven Boys. Have not read, but I plan on. Probably would not go for the Scorpio Races until I read The Raven Boys and know for sure that it's an author I like. And then The Prison Healer, unfortunately, I have not read and I do not own. So it is a book that I have on my TBR. We'll see if I can get there. Crafted for the lovers of other realms and fantasy, these double-sided artist markers are a perfect gateway to creating your own world. Use them to color in your OwlCrate bookish tarot deck or for any of your magical artistic needs. We have a whole range of colors, and oh my god, I'm gonna drop them because my hands are so small. All right, so we have wine red, and it says, the finest of pleasures are always the unexpected ones, the night circus. Then we have natural oak and Katniss, the girl who was on fire. Kind of feel like that quote would be better on the red color, whatever. Black, of course, and it says the circus arrives without warning, the night circus. Bronze green, may the odds be ever in your favor, the Hunger Games. Napoleon blue, I whisper like the sea in the horse's ear, the Scorpio races. Then we have pastel violet, and it says never apologize for loving someone, even when it hurts, the prison healer. Next up, we have Canaria Yellow. Canaria. I've always heard of Canary Yellow, but not Canaria. Don't look at me like I'm broken, the prison healer. Chestnut brown. It's less about wanting and more about being, the Scorpio races. And last but not least, we have warm gray. There was only me to save me because no one else cared. A deadly education. So do note that one side is a thin marker and then the other side is the same color, just with a thicker chisel. Just so y'all can see it, that is the range of colors that these markers have. They are pretty inky, which I was surprised about. I like that. However, I don't like how some of the colors are more muted, if that makes sense. So like that is our red. It's not very red. It's more of a reddish brown. So I wasn't thrilled about that, but these are still really nice markers. The other thing that I really like about their design is that the sides look different. What is that? Gray? Maybe that's gray. So that light color, that's the side that is the thin marker. And then this side that does not have that, so it's a solid black on this side, that is the thick end. I like that feature, so you're not constantly pulling off both sides to figure out which side that you actually want. Last but not least, we have our pin, the face of judgment and dislike and disappointment. So I'm not a fan of the pins this year because again, it was one of those things where I thought they had a cool idea and then what they're actually doing is not what I imagined, and now I don't like it. So they're claiming that the pins this year will go together, that they have the same shape and size, and if you put them together, I guess they make a flower shape. They're huge ass pins though. I don't know why you'd put them together. It would weigh anything down. I'm going to call this series the Sword and Shield series because that's what it is. Every single one of them has been a shield and a sword. And I think that's a cool idea. If they were like, we're doing a Sword and Shield series, cool, amazing, great. But that's not what they're doing. So here's our next ginormous pin. So this is pin 2 of 5. We already have 1 and 3 because we already had January box come out. We had March box come out, and that video is up on my channel because we had it come out yesterday. And this Sword and Shield is inspired by Powerless, which I have not read yet. I do own, just haven't gotten around to it. Continuing our enamel pin collection for 2026, Blades of Love. This collection celebrates a love for romanticities and features 5 pins that all go together to form a set. The second blade is inspired by Powerless. Be sure to collect them all. See, I think that's what they're shoving down our throats, is that I think they're really into this idea that it makes something better and so that we need all 5 of them and must collect them. No, I don't want pins anymore. But if I was going to get a pin, I'd want a cool idea. And for the love of God, please stop making pins this size. This is huge. If you need 2 places to actually pin to keep the pin under control, it's too big. Please know that if you like these pins, no offense, you're allowed to like them. I just have had OwlCrate for so long that I would like to see something different other than the pins. And while I haven't gotten a chance to respond to all my wonderful comments from my last video, someone I did see mentioned magnets. Yes, I would love these as magnets. They would look so cool. I would absolutely love them as magnets. Love the way you think. Yes, let's go with magnets. But no, we're stuck with damn pins. So all in all, I didn't hate this box, and I really felt like it was better than the meh box that we unboxed yesterday. So again, yesterday was the March Young Adult OwlCrate box. This is February because there was a little, delay. But I actually like this box a lot better than box yesterday. Was I disappointed with the tarot cards? Yes, of course. I wanted tarot cards. But it's still fun, I love coloring actually. And so we have something to color and we have the instruments to color it with. On top of that, those instruments, so those markers, are pretty good quality. Is it the best quality? No, but I'm like, they're still useful and usable. Plus they have book quotes, which is a nice touch. I thought the apron was cute. I'm not a huge fan of the material. I'm hoping after it's been washed that it will get a little bit softer because that's my issue. It's just that it's really scratchy because it's a kind of a firm, rough material. So I just needed to soften up a bit. Also had no idea if it's going to help with my messes, but at the very least, it will probably save some of my clothing. So I liked the apron. I plan on using it. I liked the coloring activity, and that's what they really should have called it. I also like the book pot. So all in all, liked these items. Pin, but the pin's always like that for me because I'm not a pin girly. So as always, let me know your thoughts. I always love to hear from y'all, and I hope I'll have a break from unboxing. Not saying that I don't enjoy my books and unboxing with y'all, but I can't always do an unboxing video, spend the time editing it, and then still have time to respond to y'all. So I'm hoping that by Monday, because we actually have another box for tomorrow, we'll talk about that. But on Monday, I'm hoping that I'll have time to start responding to comments again. So that is it for all the items. One thing that OwlCrate kind of like silently stopped doing, and I noticed that Bookish Box did too, and I'm not happy about it. It's the Spotify playlist. I don't understand why you guys can't do the Spotify playlist. I liked the Spotify playlist a whole lot, and now you guys aren't doing Spotify playlist. And I'm disappointed. Felt like maybe they were like, oh, we've been doing the Spotify playlist for so long, like blah, 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 blah. I wanted the Spotify playlist. I'd rather have the Spotify playlist than the pin. Like, get rid of the pin and do something different like magnets. Such a good idea. Let's move on to the main event, and that is, of course, our book. So the book for our Let the Games Begin OwlCrate Young Adult box is A Stage Set for Villains by Shannon J. Spann. The second book of our 2026 features a competition of immortality and a perilous bargain. Our main character, Riven, is slowly dying from a curse from one of the godlike beings. So rude, by the way. She learns of the Playhouse's contest prize of immortality and infiltrates it, determined to break her curse. Then she encounters Jude, the Playhouse leader, with whom she strikes a bargain, and realizes as more secrets are discovered that her curse is only just the beginning. Are these godlike beings a bunch of assholes? I need to know more. The gods are dead. All that's left are the players. The performers of the Playhouse are as worshipped as they are feared. Their enchanting shows bending hearts, minds, and even reality itself. Vicious, godlike, lethal. 18-year-old Riven Hesper knows the dangers better than anyone after her own encounter with a player resulted in a curse that is slowly killing her. When the Playhouse announces the spectacle of a lifetime, a chance for one mortal to steal a player's immortality, Riven sees her last chance to live. Desperate for answers, she infiltrates the competition. There she finds Jude, the Playhouse's brilliant, merciless lead player, whose charm is as dangerous as his craft, and strikes a deadly bargain to save her life. But with time running out and the Playhouse's secrets unraveling into a disturbing picture, Riven faces a grim possibility. She might not be the hero of her story after all. In fact, she may be the villain, because the Playhouse doesn't tell stories, it rewrites them, and Ravens might end in blood. So originally I was worried about this box, and I was worried that the book choice was not going to be for me. I am so interested now. It appears like it's not all that it seems to be, and I'm very, very curious now. Of course, we have an exclusive redesigned cover that is gorgeous, and it says, "You can be a great many things, dear heart, but you cannot be fewer." We have a reverse dust jacket that is completely usable. We have it with the title and the author on both the cover and the spine. And it says, "Life is a performance, you might as well be applauded for it. And to die is to be forgotten. I imagine the world will never forget me." I'm having a hard choice between these two. I do like character art. I'm not disliking it. I just wish it was also colored. Like, I'm liking the color scheme. Y'all know I'm really big on black and red. So I really like the color scheme. And of course there are roses on the cover too. Also something that I like a lot. So I might end up keeping this cover, even though it's very circusy and carnival-y. Not my favorite aesthetic. However, the red, black, roses. We have an illustrated hardcover case that says, "The Playhouse presents a stage set for villains. Stories are nothing but lies." And that contrast with that yellow is just so poppin'. We do have beautiful stenciled edges with those roses going on. We have stunning illustrated end papers. We have a digital signature as well as an author letter inside and bonus content. So that is all the details of our special edition of a stage set for villains. And that is it for our February 2026 Young Adult OwlCrate box. Please be sure to like this video and leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this book and these items. And if you're not subscribed, please definitely join me. We have a lot more books to unbox. Please note that my channel is not monetized. I am trying to get enough subscribers in hopes for additional income just to help me pay off some of my medical bills. I do have a chronic illness and I just recently had to have surgery that is costing a lot. On top of that, my cat Kirby is recently diagnosed with diabetes. Happened right before my surgery, so it was kind of a double whammy with really heavy bills, and the bills keep coming. So I'm trying to get that sorted out. If you can give even a little bit more, do consider donating to my GoFundMe if you can. There's absolutely no pressure. And if you're wanting more information, I do have a video that shows you proof of why I'm asking for a GoFundMe and gives you more details of what that looks like and where the money would be going to. So again, there's no pressure. If you can't donate, just you being here with me is uplifting for me. It's a positive way for me to still interact with people because I am pretty isolated with my chronic illness. So thank you so much for being here and being with me. And we have another unboxing hopefully coming out tomorrow, as I also got our next Bookish and Darkly box. And I do believe that is the November 2025 Bookish / Darkly box. So I hope you all can join me for that as well. Thanks so much, everyone.